of Change News.
Good day, this is Voice of Change Radio News. I'm Amanda Kumalo. A look at the leading stories. ZEC to address nomination fees outcry. 1 million registered under Blitz. President Mnangagwa officially opens the Zimfos fertilizer plant. Zimbabwe Prisons and Correctional Services dismiss Diskala poisoning. Chamisa disowns Charlton Wende. In business news, prices of basic commodities continue to tumble. In regional and international news, new U.S. ambassador arrives in Sudan after 25 years of absence. In sports news, Gerard explains Nakamba's lack of game time. The news in detail. The Zimbabwe Electoral Commission, ZEC, says it will address complaints raised by political parties and individuals on the recent increase in nomination and accreditation fees. There have been concerns that the fee structure will block potential candidates from participating in future elections. ZEC Deputy Commissioner Rodney Kiwa said the election management body will soon meet to consider the complaints and requests. It was a hive of activity for boarders across the country as they returned to their schools for the third term that starts today. Learners said they were ready for the new term, which will see grade 7s, Form 4s and Form 6s sitting for their public examinations from next month. A milestone has been reached in the issuance of national documents such as birth certificates and identity cards under the ongoing mobile registration exercise that ends this month, with over 1 million obtaining the documents. The Civil Registry Department is on a national crusade to provide citizens with national documents which are critical in the enjoyment of their rights. The Blitz, which started in April and will run until September, has seen the Registry Department operating every day, including weekends and holidays, to capture as many people as possible. To ensure that members of the public access national documents, President Mnangagwa earlier this year instructed the Registry Department to relax conditions which were restricting some citizens from obtaining birth certificates, IDs, and even death certificates for their loved ones. President Mnangagwa has officially opened the Zimbabwe Phosphate Industries Zimfos plant in Masasa. The Zimfos plant will go a long way in ensuring food security in the country and is a milestone in the attainment of Vision 2030 of an upper-middle income economy. True to his words, President Mnangagwa is leaving no one and no place behind. Zimbabwe Prisons and Correctional Services have dismissed the fake news being peddled on social media that CCC legislator Job Scala has been poisoned in prison. According to ZPCS, Scala has been on record not feeling well, and they have called on the public to desist from defamatory statements meant to tarnish the image of the correctional services. ZPCS will communicate the official position once doctors examine Scala. Doom is looming in Citizens Coalition for Change CCC following Nelson Chamisa's utterances regarding CCC Interim Secretary General Charlton Wende, whom he says has no place in the party, which suggests deep-rooted factionalism. Party members have accused Chamisa of running the party single-handedly and using others to campaign for himself. A look at business news. Prices of basic commodities have continued to fall in light of measures being taken by government and the Reserve Bank of Zimbabwe, RBZ, to tame inflation, which was stoked by unscrupulous business tendencies, rent-seeking behavior, and forward pricing. This comes as government has adopted tough monetary policy measures targeting speculative exchange rate manipulators who were previously fueling unjustified black market instability that eroded the value of the local currency. A look at what is happening in Africa and beyond the borders in regional and international news. The new U.S. Ambassador John Godfrey arrived in Khartoum after a 25-year absence of a U.S. diplomat in Sudan due to diplomatic differences between the two countries. The development is expected to strengthen relations between the American and Sudanese people and support their aspirations for freedom, peace, justice, and democratic transition. The U.S. closed its embassy in 1996 in Sudan after accusing it of hosting the late Al-Qaeda leader Osama bin Laden. And finally, a look at sports. Aston Villa coach Steven Gerrard has held talks with Marvelous Nakamba to hear his frustrations coming from lack of game time. The Zimbabwean midfielder hasn't played yet this English Premiership football season and only made the matchday squad twice. Gerrard gave the player the green light to secure a move away on deadline day, but the transfer failed to materialize. Gerrard gave the player the green light to secure a move away on deadline day, but the transfer failed to materialize. That ends this news bulletin.
Voice of Change News.